So I mentioned in this series, I'm going to talk about how to grow your Instagram following as from a point of view of an artist to grow a supportive network. Hello everyone, I'm doing another video vlog from my home today. My name is Sharon, I'm an artist. Today I'm going to talk about how I turn my Instagram from a personal account to a professional account. And I'll be talking about the difference between the two professional accounts you can choose from an artist's point of view. And how it's helped me grow over the years. So let's get started. It's actually very simple to change your personal account into a business account, and I'm going to go over the benefits associated with it. And hopefully this video will help you figure out if this is something you want to do and how to best utilize the information that you collect from it. Let's get started. So before I start, I should add the caveat that it's not necessarily just about the quantity of followers, but really about the quality of the followers. You want followers who are friends and people who are going to be your strongest cheerleader and supporter for your work. After all, it probably does make a big difference if you have 10 people who are just really engaged with your content versus 20 people who just kind of walk by and say, nice work, right? At the same time, I think getting fixated on a number can make it really stressful and you can get burned out really quickly as an artist. So I just want to add that caveat here. At the end of the day, I guess getting your numbers up does help boost your confidence, but keep in mind every single person who likes and comments on your post is one extra person who came by just intentionally to say good job. Can you imagine right now if you have 5 people who like your work or commented on your work and you're in your studio or just at your desk and 5 people actually came by to say good job, you're doing amazing work. That really does make a difference and help boost confidence. And I think it's really easy to compare yourself to some of these larger artists who have hundreds or 200 thousands of likes, but in reality, I think some very self-conscious engagement with supporters who really means well with your work, who comes by and enjoy it, will mean just as much to you, if not more, compared to necessarily the quantities of maybe someone who's just strolling their feed and just clicked on a heart and liked your work. So that's just my 2 cents. Anyways, on with the discussion. So there's really 3 types of account on Instagram, but professional account includes creator accounts and business account. If you want to keep your account private, then you just stick with a personal account. There's really no further discussion there. The reason that you may want to move on and make a professional account with either a creator account or a business account is more because you want to either gain insight to learn more in depth about analytics and insights and allow you to see what your demographic is of people who like and follow your work, and maybe try and find out the metrics on what's the best time to post your work. It also lets you see your content's performance, your audience data, so that you can ensure that you're sharing the right content to your follower, and gives you a breakdown, your impression, breakdown, reach, saves, share, profile visits, etc. And these content performance and audience data can be really helpful when you're trying to either tailor your content to your followers or maybe just figure out what is your niche, what kind of people like your artwork. And sometimes you don't know that because you're just doing art for art's sake and you're just really excited about what you're doing, but you don't really know what kind of person is interested in your type of work. So that really helps. But by changing to a professional account, you do get access to covering how the content performs, impressions, breakdown, reaches, saves, share, profile visits, website clicks, and follows. For both creator accounts, you have a view of the audience demographic data, including their age, their gender, and also the country they come from. And it gives you a split and graph of it. You can have access to insight on recent contact interactions and the overall impression. Now, both of them are pretty similar between the creator and also the business account, but I'm going to try to highlight the key differences so you can decide which one to switch to. I think superficially, if you're looking at the name creator, it just makes sense that an artist would choose that creator category. But you may always be curious as well if that's the best fit for you. And I want to aim to explain the differences to you so you can decide what works best for you as an artist. For the creator account, you can get daily numbers and find out what the numbers are for following and unfollowing for each post. For the business, you don't necessarily get the daily numbers, but I don't know if the daily numbers are as important because you're really looking at a global perspective of like your following. And in addition to that, if you really want to find out the daily numbers, you can download apps to kind of assess your data separately anyways. Creator account, you get a separate inbox that's easier to sort your messages between private and also messages specific to your artist work, which you can get for business as well. And then for titles, you're going to find that the creator account has more versatile titles to choose from, such as like singer, dancer, or a whole list that might be more applicable for artists. But if you're like a fine art artist, like I think that you can put that category in both business and creator. So I don't think that is a breaking point. For business account, I think one of the big plus is that it has a content scheduling ability. So if you use apps like Later to help schedule your posts, you can only do that with a business account. For contact info, for the business account, you have the ability to add a physical location if you're a brick and mortar store. And that's one exception to business account. Outside of that, you can add contact info like emails and such on both of these accounts. And then the profile categories, as I mentioned, is a little bit more limited for the business account, but they both have an artist category. So the main difference is, I would say, if you were to break it down into the key components from an artist point of view, I would say is one, content scheduling. Are you planning on using apps to help you with your content scheduling to figure out so that you can plan ahead and decide how you want to lay out your postings and what you want to post, rather than just deciding right then and there at a specific time what to post. I think planning ahead does really help with the business account, which is not present in the creator's account. The second thing is the library that's available via music. So the music library is a lot more diverse in the creator's account compared to the business account. With that said, I think it has to do with royalties and like copyright issues, but for me, I've used the business account for over 3 years and I haven't really found a big issue with finding trending music and music that I like. So I didn't find that the music library was a make or break deal for me. And then the third thing is just getting to assess your insights on following on a daily basis. If you really want to know on a daily basis, if you're posting every day, if a post is doing well versus not, if there's a lot in following, then you probably want to go with an creator account. But for me, like I don't necessarily feel that it's that important to chase that number on a daily basis unless you're planning on posting every day. And I also feel that like I don't want to change my content necessarily for a spike or a drop in following. I do want to have my own style, my own preference, and share my art my own way and not be dictated solely by my audience response. So those are the things that I consider between choosing a creator or a business account if you were to switch to a professional account for Instagram. I hope you find it helpful. I think that it is a smart move to do just to try things out. But the great thing to note is that nothing is set in stone. You can always switch between the two professional account options. And if you're still not sure, I would say try it out for a week on one account and then switch to the other one and play around and try out the different features. Next, I'm going to show you how you can set it up by going on to Instagram itself. So if you follow me, click on the Instagram app and then click on your profile, go on to the little sandwich on the corner, on the top right corner, with the three lines, and then just go to settings, go to accounts, and then scroll down to switch account type at the bottom, and then you can switch between personal, business, or creator account. Both accounts do provide user options to add email address and phone numbers for interested customers to reach you. The only difference, like I mentioned, is that the business account has the location features. Let's say if you head office or a cafe location or whatnot. But overall, I hope you find this video helpful for those artists who are looking to grow their Instagram following and just get their content out there. So if you like the content on this channel, please consider like and subscribing, and I'll try to produce more videos coming up to help artists grow their social media presence, because this doesn't come naturally and there is so much to learn. Until the next video, take care and stay safe, everyone. Bye now.